Peace. We as black people need to be very mindful and cautious when it comes to taking nutritional advice from white people. And this is not on no racist tip or no racist vibes. These are actual physiological and genetic facts. They like to tell folks that we are all created equal, but that's not 100% true. There are certain foods that white people can tolerate that we should be staying away from. Prime example would be dairy, cow's milk, things along those lines. I was doing the knowledge, meaning doing some research, came across the numbers that it says something along the lines of 75 to 95% African Americans and Asians are lactose intolerant, meaning we don't contain the enzyme to break down the lactose, meaning we should be staying away from dairy products. Whole while 18 to like 25 to 26% of Northern Europeans are lactose intolerant. It's a big gap. And then I read a book that was written in like 1977, and the numbers were slightly different. I think it was like 70% of African Americans at that time were lactose intolerant, and like 8% of white Americans were lactose intolerant. 1977. It's a big gap. So the white folks, they can include a lot of dairy products in their regimen because most of them are not lactose intolerant. We can't though. So when we got to be mindful of who we receive our dietary advice from. If you are receiving your dietary advice from a European, they might suggest you include more dairy in your regimen, but that's not suitable for your genetic makeup. That is another reason why we are walking around here sick in a diseased state for the most part, because we are following the advice of people who do not look like us, that do not have our genetic makeup or physiological makeup. We are taking advice from them. We cannot and should not be eating the same way that they are eating. That's a genetic fact. It's a physiological fact. It is what it is. It's not racism. It's none of that. It's actual facts. It's science, baby. So again, we got to be cautious and we got to be mindful of who we get our dietary advice from. If you're receiving that advice from somebody that doesn't look like you, that could be dangerous. So be mindful and always do the knowledge to what you are being told and who you are being told it by. That is very important. But again, be healthy, y'all. Peace.